Hello, welcome back for those of you who regularly watch my videos, and thank you so much for following along with me and listening to the, I don't want to say rants because that carries a negative connotation to it, but my discussions, I guess, just about the different topics that interest me. On this channel, I share things about marriage, about God, about motherhood, about raising kids, and most recently I've started sharing more about doula work. I'm a trained doula, and I was attending births, and then as time went along, I realized that I have 2 children under 2. It just wasn't working for me. Some women make it work where they're able to go and attend on-call births, but for me that just wasn't something that was really working out for our family. It was really hard for me to admit, but once I admitted it, it was kind of like a relief, and I feel now that I can be more present with my family, and anyone who asks me if I can do on-call doula work for them, I'm able to refer them to people that I know have the capacity to hold them through that season. And so that is just a really good feeling once I was real with myself about everything. But I still want to share about different doula topics, and I want to make that available for everyone for free. It was so helpful for me, the different videos that I was able to watch whenever I was pregnant, and I hope that it is beneficial for you as you watch this video. And my plan is, I have a doula workbook that I made, and through it, I just want to kind of walk through it in these videos with you, and this is what I would go through with my clients. We would sit down, 2 prenatal appointments where we would go through this material, and it's just very beneficial, in my opinion, to be able to talk through these things and be prepared. Some moms do not really want to know a lot or prepare a lot, and that is okay. If you don't want to, then that's fine. I will hopefully have other videos for you, but this may not be the video for you. Today we are going to just talk about fears. I believe that fears are so important to address when you're walking into labor and delivery. I had 2 clients. We were going over the fears that they had, and the husband spoke up and he said, I am just really fearful that you're going to have your sisters there, you're going to have the midwife, you're going to have your doula, you're going to have all of these people who are so qualified to help you, and I'm just not going to be of any help. Do you even want me to be there? So as we talked through it all, it actually came out, and he said, I'm just afraid I'm not going to be enough for you, and that I'm not enough. And that didn't just speak to that specific situation. That opened up his eyes to see that that was something that kind of was rooted in him in every area of life. And that was so good to talk about and to discuss, because I was able to look at him and be like, look, she wants you here. Even if she gets upset at you and tells you that you're not saying the right things or asks you to get out, still know that she wants you to be here. The fact that you are both sitting here with me having this conversation means that you are enough, and she wants you to be very involved in everything that's going on. And that just really helped him. So throughout the labor and delivery process, he was able to say, she wants me here, she wants me here, she wants me here, she wants me here. And that also helped him to realize that he was enough, he is enough, and that he had the ability to support her. And through our doula training, because I do doula training, and I think most people do, with the mother and the partner. And whether it is the father, whether it is a friend, whether it is whoever is going to support her during that time, that is the person that I want to work hand in hand. I want to watch them work hand in hand together, so that through the labor and delivery process, they can have that bond and that confidence going into it. So I believe that fears are so important to be talked through. So different fears include fears from your past experience with labor and delivery. Fears might include tearing. Fears might include not being able to have this baby. Fears might include, not having family there to support you, not having the father of the child there to support you. It might be you're scared about a certain phase of labor and delivery, like when it first starts. How am I going to know? How do I even know what my body is going to do? There are just so many ways that fears can creep up. And for some of us, those fears are even rooted even further back into past traumas. And so I believe whenever you're able to talk about these with either a doula, with a friend, with a pastor, with someone that your OB, your midwife, your whoever plays that role of just like a safe place to be able to speak about this. And I would also say, in any of these contexts, I think it's important for both the mother and the partner to be present in this, so that you can work through those things together. So anyway, whenever you are able to voice what the fear is that you have, there are a few things that happen. First, you won't carry it alone. And I think that's one of the most important things, is knowing that others are able to bear the burdens that you are feeling regularly through this process. Make sure that you give voice to all of the fears. You don't have to hold back any. And some might be so big and you're like, I could never talk to anyone about this. How could anyone even think that I'm ready to be a mom if I talk about this? Or, whatever the circumstance is. But there are people who you can open up to about it. And so seek those people out. Tell them everything. Do not leave a piece that is a stone that's unturned or whatever. Because you are supported, and you are, all of your fears are, how would I say it? I don't want to say like worthy, but you are worthy to be vulnerable with someone, and for them to sit and listen and walk through this with you. The second thing about fears is that so the body, and I may not say it all correctly, but oxytocin is what is released when we feel comfortable, when we feel relaxed, when we feel just calm and in our element and just present. And your body, the best thing to, what is that called? Progress, yes. The best thing to progress labor and delivery is oxytocin. So the opposite of oxytocin is the fight or flight response. So with the fight or flight response, your body closes up. You're very, very scared, either aggression or regression or whatever. That is the response in those moments. The response in oxytocin is everything loosens up. Everything is like easygoing, flowy. There's not tension in your body. So the more tension that we hold, which is often a result of fears that we have, the less tension that we hold in our body, the easier that labor does progress. And so it's very important to be able to work through these fears with someone that you trust. And whenever I make these with, my son. This is Toby. Say hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. But whenever you're able to talk through your fears during labor and delivery, that releases that tension in your body. Oxytocin is more free to flow, and you end up opening up in a physical, spiritual, emotional sense, all of that. So yeah, I hope that maybe this will encourage you to be able to speak openly about what you fear, and to realize that every mother walks into, and every partner walks into the birth process with so many different fears. You are worthy, and your fears are worthy to be spoken out loud. You are worthy to be loved through your fears, to be guided through your fears. And baby is very blessed to have you as their mother or their father, or whatever capacity of relationship you have to baby. Okay, well, I hope you have a good day, and I hope that you are able to get some rest. Rest is also very important. But until next time, I don't know where I'm supposed to go from there. Until next time. Bye.